Embodying greatness. That's what we're going to talk about today. I mean, what an awesome month we've had, right? These last 4 weeks have been really powerful. What do you think of the last 3 weeks of this series? Yeah? Very exciting. You know, this is my very first sermon series, thanks to Reverend Tim. It was his idea that we do this, and I didn't really know what to expect with a series because I had never had my mind wrapped around a whole series of sermons. I was just going to allow Spirit to always drive me which direction I need to go for the week or for the next week. And this has been really spectacular. Very interesting for me to step into a new greatness, a new level for me as well. So thank you for being a part of that. You know, when we go back to week 1, what did we learn? We learned about renewing the mind. And in week 2, we learned about taking action, right? Setting up our action plans and moving into those step by step. And then last week in week 3, we actually talked about determination, which was really fueling up the willpower to get us to our goals through our steps, our action plans, and our changed mind, right? Very powerful. And so today I'm going to shine a little bit of light on a new topic, which is embodying greatness. Because this gentleman, Nick Vujicic, truly took what I guarantee you 99% of us might actually feel that we were given a whole barrel full of obstacles in life to deal with no arms, no legs. But he made something of it. He turned it into a beautiful life. If you can see that he's got a wife, he has a child, he's got a speaking career, big business, he's actually coaching now, life coaching. It's powerful. He took a barrel of obstacles and he made a life of greatness out of it. When we really embody something like Nick has done, when we do that, we're allowing the fullest expression of our spirit to come through. Our fullest expression of spirit. In that moment, when we do that, we're allowing God to push through in a greater expression on earth in that very moment, just through our embodiment, just by our actions. The second way that we embody greatness, back up, rewind. Missed number 1. When we talk about embodying greatness, you got to do 2 things. We already did one of them today. We're working on the second one. The first one was meditation. Meditation is so important. That's why I said in my little prayer to Spirit that I hope you would hear, is that hopefully you're meditating every day, because really the only way for us to get to a state of greatness is to join with that expression called God. And we only can do that through meditation. I'm not talking sitting in a chair meditation. You could be walking the beach meditation. You could be riding a horse meditation. You could be writing your greatest novel. That's a meditation. Whatever is sacred to you and whatever takes you to a place of true bliss, that is God in the moment. And that is meditation. So find your meditation. Now the second way to really embody greatness is to align your mind with cosmic mind. You know, I've been saying that for the last few weeks off and on. Aligning our mind, our human mind, with cosmic mind. Because it's really about finding God in the very moment of the experience, what Eckhart Tolle talks about when he says the power of now. It's not about what I did last week with my family that's been or it's not about a lifetime of issues with my family, right? It's about what is taking place now and what am I going to do? What are the action steps I'm going to do to move forward towards greatness? Maybe I'm going to take my family and my friends along with me. Action plans. Being in the now, finding God in that moment. When we do that, we embody greatness. But if you don't meditate, if you don't connect yourself to that higher power, and if you're not trying to find God in the moment, meaning the silver lining in that dark cloud, if you're not doing those 2 things, I guarantee you'll never reach greatness. You'll never reach greatness. That's a powerful statement I wrote, and I thought, can I really pull that off? Can I say that? But when I meditated on it, I spent a whole night meditating on that one little sentence. It actually made very clear sense to me. It's true. If we're not meditating and blending ourselves with a higher power, expanding our energetic bodies towards all that is, and if we're not finding God in the moment, we will never embody greatness. So those are 2 critical, important factors. Got it? So I want you to turn to your neighbor. I want you to say this. I will succeed in my journey to greatness.
I will succeed in my journey to greatness.
Beautiful. I want to hear that again. Tell your other neighbor. When we speak of success and achievement, and when we speak of greatness, Winston Churchill said it very beautifully. I love Winston Churchill. Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing your enthusiasm. Ooh, that's true. Isn't that true? When you think about it? Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. A few weeks ago I talked about Thomas Edison and these light bulbs. 9,000 times before he got the most perfect one that he thought was perfect. Right? We've got amazing ones now, but he thought what he got was perfect, and it worked for that time period. What's interesting is if you'll remember, I've been teaching these last 3 weeks the principles of finding God in the obstacle. That's really important. Finding God in the failure, finding God in the trauma in your life, in the tragedy, in the hot mess of whatever's going on. Find God in that moment, and I guarantee you, you are on your way to greatness, because you will totally change your spirit. You will shift your spirit and shift your mind. Did you know that losing weight is not about losing weight? Did you know that making money is not about losing money? You lose it, doesn't it? Oops. Where am I at? Did you know that, rewind, did you know that making money is not about making money? Did you know that finding your soulmate is not about finding your soulmate? It really is about who you become in the process of the journey. That's the point I want to make to you. What you believe is possible for you as you're making money, as you're finding your soulmate, as you're achieving greatness in your life. I'm talking about a renewal of your spirit, a renewal of your mind. That's what those experiences are for. That's finding God in the moment. The universe, what we call infinite intelligence, right? The divine creator, when you think about it, the universe is an expression of God, right? All of nature, we call it. All of nature, all of the universe is in motion. It has to be in motion because it's vibrating. If it wasn't vibrating, we wouldn't exist. Everything is in vibrational harmony and expressing forward, abundantly moving forward, right? Abundance in motion, that's what we call the universe. And so everything that you desire is actually here in this room, in your life, all around you. But if you'll just shift your mind, and if you'll shift your vibration, you will change your life. You will find exactly what you're looking for in the perceived moment. What you look into, what you perceive is taking place. That's powerful. That's very powerful. What we have to do is we have to let go and let God. We've got to surrender to the moment. We've got to surrender to what is, and we have to say yes to life. Stop saying maybe. I've done it. I'm guilty. Don't say maybe. Say yes. Right? Say yes to life. And when we do that, you're going to find the universe, that divine creator begins to express in your life more fully, and life works for you. Life works for you. That's what all of those ministers throughout the last probably 150 years have been talking about when they talk about positive thinking. When you change your perception of a thing in your mind, you change your life and the universe starts to work for you. Because they say it's like a big cookie cutter universe. The cookie cutter shape of whatever you're putting out in the universe is exactly what it makes for you. Right? So if I take a heart, that cute little Valentine's heart cookie cutter shape, and I plug the universe with that, I get hearts back, I get love back, right? But if I get the weird wonky one, right? The one that's all about something, my life's a hot mess, that shape, whatever that is. Maybe it's a cloud, a dark cloud. And we push that out there, we're going to get life's a hot mess. It's going to be served to you like a buffet. Very interesting. When we try to do it alone, when we try to live life without finding God in the moment, or even realizing that God is expressing through us, when we try to do it alone and make our own decisions, when we say only I can get me to my goal, without having a spiritual vibration behind that, that's fear-based thinking. That's what they call fear-based. It's because you don't have God in the moment. God's not in your experience. You're trying to do it all by yourself. Surrendering to the universe. Surrendering is when you hand over your goals to the universe. That's love-based thinking. Surrender, that's a hard one. But I guarantee you in my life, when I've begun to do that, my life has shifted towards blessings numerous times. I can't tell you, I'm telling you, it transformed my life when I began the process of surrendering. When I learned to surrender, I'll tell you the first time that I did it. Reverend Sherry, former minister at this church, I love her, listen. She hadn't been here in a while, but she's still around. I used to come to church, I'd be so upset. I'm sorry I'm late. I got stuck behind that boat, that bridge over here. I got stuck over here by the train track. The universe is conspiring against me. She goes, what are you worried about? Let it go. They just prevented you from maybe getting into an accident, or you didn't need to see something that was going to take place down the road, or you didn't need to be involved in something down the road. You just received a blessing. And I thought, what? I'd never thought of it that way. And when I realized that the universe is conspiring for our greatness, because it is abundance in motion, it took away so much fear and so much pain in my spirit. And now when I come upon the bridges and the railroad tracks and the traffic jams, I'm like, okay, it's all right. I got audiobooks. I'll just put that in the car. I'll just listen to it. I'll take my time. Thank you, Spirit. I always acknowledge Spirit. And I go on with my life. I reduce the fear in my life of what's taking place and happening to me. It's really not happening to me. It's happening around me. But I'm allowing myself to be drugged down in that fear-based thinking, right? So when we surrender, when we let go and let God, when we surrender, we're actually in the flow. And just like water, water has to flow. Okay? And so energy needs to flow in your life, or it's just going to stagnate. Very interesting. Now, since none of us know what greatness looks like in our future, we have to actually surrender. We've got to give it to God in the moment. We've got to let go and allow that divine higher perspective to unfold in divine time. I love that word. In divine time. It's not when I want it done. Spirit, bring it into my manifestation, into my experience in divine time. You know, if I had been worried about timing and focused on fear-based thinking, I would have been sick to death worrying about the children's ministry that took 4 years to come to be. Remember we tried 4 years ago, it didn't really work. Fizzled. We just didn't have commitment. But now we've got committed people, right? Now the vibration's right. So what I learned was, I let it go, and I literally, like I tell my students, place that book of whatever issue's bothering you onto a shelf, and when it's time to take it down, Spirit will let you know. And you can read that book or make that project again in your life. Allowing, like I love that saying, allowing water, allowing the energy of life to flow, or else it stagnates. So now, week one, what did we change? Our mind, right? We changed our mind. So let's say it together. We changed our mind.
We changed our mind.
You got to get crystal clear for what you desire in life. You got to decide that you will achieve it. You got to see it, feel it, taste it, make love to it. You got to believe it's already here. You literally have to embody that. Now, what did we do in week two? Took action, right? We created our action steps. Let's say that together. We took action.
We took action.
Right. We learned that we've got to meditate daily, and we learned that if we want to unfold our greatest life, we have to actually tithe back. This is an interesting word that came to me. We have to tithe back a portion of our day that we are blessed to occupy. Isn't that interesting? I love that. I'm so proud of that, Kim.
Say it again.
Okay. We learned. Is this the right section? Hold on. We learned that we have to tithe back to God a portion of the day that we are blessed to occupy. Because God brings us forward into expression. Our lives, our souls, our spirits, it's all an expression of God. So why are we not giving back a portion of our life every single day, even 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you can do, whatever your mind allows you to do. I know some of us have the monkey mind. Give a portion of that back to God. Okay? What did we discover last week? We talked about fuel power, determination, willpower, right? So let's say this together. We got determined.
We got determined.
That was step 3. And so our determination, that willpower, that was the fuel that drove us, or should be driving us through those obstacles towards success. Very important. And today we now understand that final step of unfolding our greatest life, that final step to fully embodying the light of God on earth, or we're heading to that goal of greatness, is by informing the universe that our intent, or of our intent, by behaving and thinking and acting as if you're sexy and you know it. As if your greatness embodied, right? As if you are greatness embodied. In other words, that cookie cutter shape, put it into the universe and get greatness back. In other words, when you embody greatness, you allow the energy to flow in your life. What do they say? Act like a duck, walk like a duck, and people will think you're a duck. And it really is kind of true, as silly as that symbol may be. If you begin the process of embodying it, that's why positive affirmations actually work. Because when you begin to embody it, you begin to express it. That energy flows through you. So when we do this process, we got to stand strong like a metaphysical superhero. And we have to say out loud, I come as one, but I stand as 10,000. Isn't that great? Friends, all of life, all of creation is moving forward. It's either moving forward or it's moving backwards. It's moving forward in the sense of birthing and evolving. It's moving backwards in the sense of shrinking back, of dying and maybe decomposing or breaking apart and recycling back into that great cycle of life. If you think about it, the universe is a big recycling plant, really. A seed, and in essence we are the seed, but a seed is in the ground and it has to push through soil. It exists in a state of darkness. It exists in a state of decay and decomposition. It exists in a state where everything is pushing down, down, down on it, obstructing its goal of reaching upwards. And that seed is pushing upwards, in that meanwhile, pushing upwards towards its goal of life, of sunlight, of fresh air. So you have to understand that seed wasn't worried about all the obstacles. It knew its goal, and it was embodying greatness, pushing towards its expression as a little sapling or a little beautiful plant. If you wish to reach your greatest life, you got to see those obstacles, all of those things pushing against you in life. You got to see the mountain, you got to see the journey as a spiritual lesson to learn from. You got to find the spiritual lining in that dark cloud of the experience, and that's how you're going to grow your greatness, grow to a state of embodied greatness. Nothing is impossible, right? Because in the very word it says, I'm possible, powerful. When we embody greatness, you are giving yourself permission to be who you are. When you embody greatness, you don't worry what other people think about you or say it's possible for you in your path. When you embody greatness, you begin to live life on your divine terms. When you are living a greatest life, check this out. You walk around so lit up, energetically, spiritually. You emit very powerful spiritual light. You, not your haters, right? You're the one who is sharing your light with this world. You're lighting up this world, and that's why you've got to walk around. You've got to stand strong in your truth when you go out into the community, because you've been given an opportunity to be reborn in a human form. This is a new life. You have had many lives. You have had many lives. You are here. Your purpose is to shine. Your purpose is to share, to serve, to actually share your life, your unique frequencies with all of God's creation. You are to bring divine truth into this beautiful world of ours. You are powerful. You are divine love itself, that creative spark. You are divine love itself in human form. You just have to look around you in this chapel, because all of your brothers and sisters are mirroring back to you greatness. It's all around you. So I want you to believe it. I want you to really believe what I'm telling you, because when you embody your greatest life, it's right here. When you act and stand and you live and feel and demonstrate greatness, you are greatness. Know that you're greatness. You really don't even have to act in a way, even though now I just said that, you really don't have to act. You are greatness. Everything you do is great. Everything is a lesson for you to grow through and learn from. And if you want to embody your greatest life, I'll tell you this, you got to start today. You got to start letting go, letting God, surrendering to that divine power, higher power. So I want you to say this with me. It's a new year. It's going to be a new me.
It's a new year. It's going to be a new me.
Friends, if you are ready to embody greatness in your life and you've received this message in your spirit today, stand up and let me hear you.